Hi, welcome to another video on my monorail constructed with fischertechnik, controlled by a BeagleBoard Classic running Ubuntu Linux, and it controls a robo interface. Last time I managed to get lamps working correctly. This lamp, that lamp, and that one, and I mean this one. What is a problem is still the connection between these mouse rods. And I made sure that the cone is guided inside, just like it is guided on this side here. Still to do is a problem with the velocity. I have tried to solve it using a longer time, and I will show that on screen as well, but still what happens is, and let me put this wire into safety, although it needs to be connected as well, like this. The problem still is that it runs faster in one direction than in the other, and that is not supposed to be, because the propellers are in the same direction, in opposite direction, which means that they should go the same way. They are turning in the same way, in opposite direction, so in any way they go, although the drafts are different in each direction because of the two propellers in the opposite direction, it should be the same now. That has proven not to be the case. So let me start a program, and then that one is easy. It goes somehow okay, stalls. And let me guide it, follow it with the camera. And now it has even reached the second rod, the second, this one. So let's just follow it, kind of. And what I wanted to show is that in that direction it is faster than in that direction. However, even with timing, that did not prove to be true. What is also a problem, let me stop this for now. What is also a problem right now is that when looking at the construction, it is connected here to the carriage, and then there is a lot of downward saying. So what I want to change also is to have everything as horizontal as can be. Remove this part. I have one here, one on top and one on the other side. I want to remove the one on top and then move it in that direction. So then everything is rather balanced. And then see what happens. So first of all, I carefully remove this. Take out this one. Put it back and shift this one more towards the middle. So that should be at least slightly better. So let's see how that works out. So now they are more balanced. So starting it again, see what happens. Yeah, and apparently the weight isn't that much of a problem. If I look at this, it rather easily goes to the left. So a little assistance by hand. Now I press the second one. No, I want you to go there. There you go. Ouch! Pushed too far. And that should be solved by having one single rod covering the complete distance. I have the slight impression that it goes better. Question is it going better? Not quite sure. But it is also due to timing, because it is not by any means as fast as in the past, but it doesn't rock anymore as it used to, because of this construction, of course. But then again, and then I notice, of course, just analyzing now, that this is too flexible as well. So I press them together, the rods, and then they go back again. So that is not alright. But also another thing, and I'll shut it down. If you look rather closely here, and that's another problem, this is rather flexible, which is of course caused by this construction. But then again, it is way too flexible, so I need to find another solution for that. And then when I look at it, this is also not correct, because this is now floating over the other one. And I can easily push it away, breaking the connection. So the question is how to solve it. Well, one big long rod, of course. Here I have 3, here I have 2. Not recommended in any means. And with this comes another problem, because right now I have the power connections here at the end, and when I push this through, it doesn't even come close to here. So what is best? Right now it works, but I clearly need to have continuous rods here. On the other hand, looking at how far it goes, it mostly stops right here. So let's run it again. Standard it goes that way, but that's a way of programming. How far will it go now? It goes and that's it. Here it has right now no power. I press them together, it has power again, but it doesn't go anywhere. And even then it doesn't go through to the end point. And then I noticed something, because this light isn't burning. Neither is this light, and neither is the other light. So my program doesn't work as well as I thought. Lights off, and this is not exactly what I want. From what we have seen so far is that the movement of the carriage is a little bit better. However, I have still no clue why things happen the way they happen, and one thing else that I noticed is that these lamps are not working, which they did last time. So another strange thing is that although the program was running, the carriage did nothing. So let me start again. And it stops. Why does it stop? Time to analyze. And by the way, you notice that there is a very big black screen around it. I am running on full high definition, and this is way smaller using VNC. Anyway, it says direction status is 1, which is away from the interface. Here it says direction status D7. However, when I look at direction status D7, that is, if not digital 7, which is in itself correct, because it is off now because the lamps are not working. So why aren't the lamps not working anyway? That's a problem. They should be. Let's try again. The interface is being addressed. But that's all there is. And now I have a really big problem, because one of the wires just broke, which I really have to fix. Yes, unfortunately I have to fix this before continuing anyway, because the wire that broke off is the mass, and without mass no lights. Oops, big oops. So this has no use, and if not, that's logical, because the lights are not burning, and that means that this goes and this goes and this goes as well, and that means that I may have to reconsider the complete program, for the simple fact that it runs through the whole program and it takes every if not as code that should run. So I might have to do else if here and else if here as well. So that is a very good thing that that the lights are off, and this is a clear programming error. Here you get not D8, not D6, and when I go further back, not D7. Oh, D7 if 0, yeah. So you get all this while this should not be. And that is probably the explanation, that it holds before reaching D7 and not going on. Because if it reaches it and it stops because of the program, it's no use. I have to see that is either this or that or another one, and not all of these instructions at the same time. That's a very good one. It's no use to check them all at the same time. Then it really becomes a mess. One condition only. With the fixed wire, the lamps work again, so that should have impact on the results I see in this window. And what I can see is that the carriage is staying on the same place now, while the light clearly is being blocked. It says not D6. Well, D6 is at the side of the interface, D7 is in the middle, D8 is at the end of the track, and it clearly goes through the whole program. And this else if I haven't saved yet, as you can see by the star. So I better stop this now and implement the rest as well. So this is, here I have if t digital 8. If that is not the case, else if not t digital 8. Then else if not t digital 7, and then else if not t digital 6, and else if t digital 6. So and then, well, I can leave this in. That is not such a big problem. I just hope that this will indeed be what it is supposed to do. So let us save this and do again. Digital 8. Really? Not digital 8? That is not correct. This makes me doubt which is digital 8. Because the lamp is, all lights are on, and alright. So digital 8 is which one again? 2. Output 2 is a bit hard to see, but I have to really check this. Well, yeah, lamp 6 is output 2, which is near the interface. So why is this giving the 8? Then I will have to look here, because I put the carriage at the location of D6. So I enable now the direction status of 1, which means it will go away from the interface, at least status wise. Let's see what difference this makes. All lamps are burning. Well, this is correct, but why don't I see digital 6? That is weird. Is it because it comes across digital 8 first? That is a very good question. Alright, let me change the sequence. The whole sequence. I'm going to replace this, relocate this, and put it right here. Of course, the other location at the end was grown historically, but now in sequence, and this one should then come at this place. And why is it 1? No use for this to be 1. I still have to get used to the new keyboard. So now it is 6, 6, 7 and 8. This should change the outcome here. So let's see how that goes. Starting the program in the new... Oh really? Yeah, you have to start with an if. Then else if. Then this comes as an else if. Alright, yeah, you can't start with an else if. That's true. So now starts with 6. It is blocking the light. Clearly blocking the light. And it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere at all. A little manual existence. Still doesn't go anywhere. Now it is 1. What does it do? It stops. Why does it stop? Why do I get if 0? It is here. If t digital 6. Status, direction. Oh, yeah, that's logical. Because if it is 1, else if it is 2. So let me change that as well. And then I should change this too. Oops. Anything more to change? Not yet. So carriage back to the beginning. Start. It is most definitely blocking, but not running at the same at the ultimate speed of 7. It is set to 7, but it doesn't run at 7. Some manual assistance. Okay, now what does it do? Dear station, direction status DF1. Yes, alright. It doesn't do anything. Now suddenly the direction changes into the direction of the interface. It moves and it blocks. Six 1 is 0. How come 6 1 is 0? This is not logical. Well, at least I get the 6 and not the 8. But then again, it is between 6 and 7, and then the direction suddenly changes for some reason. While it, well, you can see that in this output there's no 7. So is this the sleep 12? Because this is else if t digital 6 is 1. Well, that is it, that it is, but not right now, because the motor, or more appropriately the more correctly the cone of the propeller was exactly in the light beam. Now it is not. But then, when does it change? When does it change direction? It's not even close to 7. It's still here, as you can see here. Something has to be checked. And I have right now, I don't know why, but I suspect sleeping time being either too short or too long. And regarding the speed that it can have, it is too long. Regarding the speed that it does have, it is too short. So questions all over. So right now, to show the reality in combination with the code you've just seen, this side is 6. Then this side is 7. And here we have 8. So where the program started with this side, this one in the middle and this in the end, it's now reversed. This is now the beginning. So if you look at here, the way it starts, and I won't touch it right now, it is now blocking. Right now the cone is blocking the light. And on screen it is giving various results, all about 6. And once again, if I feel the wind, it is heading in that direction. And now again heading in that direction. So status has changed. But there has to be a status change when some light is being hit. So maybe in the code I should leave out a status change in some situations. And now again I'm feeling here on the right side, it is going towards the controller, towards 6, which it is blocking now. So there is very little room. And you can clearly hear the lower speed of the motors. And the only speed I'm giving in the software is 7, which is the highest speed. So that's strange. Now it is going towards 6 again. And it stops totally, completely. I think there is quite a lot to be gained by correcting the software. Apart from that, I think I did a good job in changing the motor suspension. That's one thing, but still quite a few riddles to be solved in the software. And there are still some other improvements needed. Wiring and the monorail itself, of course, the rail has to be in one piece. Both the power and the mass rail. So for now, thank you for watching. Yeah, improvements I just mentioned, changes I mentioned, and if you like this video and my other videos, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe but follow anyway, you can follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram. With my Instagram posts I also post a link to my video. Fortunately no active link, but that's due to Instagram, not my choice, and this is certainly to be continued. If you like to donate to keep my blog alive, please visit my website for more information. Bye bye.